evening and welcome to Damage Does D&D. It's Tuesday, therefore it is the Investigators. We are investigating, well, a whole different plane. And I'm not talking about, in the sky. Although, am I? Could be. Don't know. We've just been taken to, well, I'll let the DM explain where we've been taken by the strange lady.
So, after what seemed like 3 weeks of fighting, but was in fact only a minute or so,
Yeah.
the battle was fought. Friends were lost or betrayed, or betrayed the party, not the other way around. Grandmasters were dispatched or disarmed. But Bug, Bernia, Kral, Mazdak, Morgrax, and Jakoto made it through the portal to the Divine Realm. The place where the gods live. To have a nice little chat with them about what's been going on in the world and to see about sorting it out. The trouble may be that once young and rash red dragon that by circumstances became the most powerful of the gods may have issue with any sort of negotiations. But the party woke up, the remaining members of the party, having travelled through the portal, woke up on a calm, soft beach with just the sound of lapping waves, before quickly being ushered inside this humble domicile by a being who introduced herself as Ocerne, the god of the crafts. And that's where we find ourselves. And the inside of the building is much larger than the outside would have suggested, but that sort of magic is not unusual, certainly to you guys. There's nice comfy sofas that you can flump onto as that battle finally catches up with you. And so, here we are. Anything anyone wants to say, bring up, or do?
Now, Mazdak probably remembers, but I don't. Did I get all suspicious and work out whether this person was actually who she said she was or not? I can't remember.
You did.
Sorry.
I did. Okay.
Well, if this is the realm of the gods, surely they can bring Sasha back. Look, I've got all her bits here. Says bringing out a bag.
Well, about that, if it would please your lady, I have a spell to invite her friend to return to us. It would be a shame to lose her so close to the end of our mission.
You can bring her back.
I can.
Go on,
Wish.
do it then. Go on, here you go. And I'll give you a bag of ashes.
I presume I'm getting the nod here from...
You mean a bag of sashes?
Bag of sashes.
Yeah.
So, yes, of course, your magic will still work here. That is not a problem at all. You are being connected to one of us gods, Amriel, if I
Yes, that's correct.
learn correctly. Yes, okay. Well, it won't be a problem. Amriel is on her own island. Perhaps we should head there.
We can travel there.
We just teleport.
Of course.
I'm not getting the boats.
At the end of last session, O'Cern got a little bit miffed with. Well, I say a little bit miffed. She was a little bit put out by Kral because he was trying to jam the piece of living metal into his side.
Yes.
Anything else on that?
Are you bringing it up with her?
Yeah. Well, you seem to think that me putting this in here was a bad idea.
No, I didn't say it was a bad idea. I just said, hold your horses. I can help.
Right. Sorry.
But
yeah.
one thing before another. Just to get things settled here, because clearly you've been through a lot. And we need to just take a breath. I appreciate that you lost a friend in the fight and you want to bring her back. Absolutely fine. Also appreciate, Kral, that you want to prepare yourself for anything that might be ahead. But you cannot take a breath and get some rest first.
Right. So, on that note, I have some questions. So,
Of course you do.
well, it's sort of my job.
As that gets started, Morgrax will just hand her a cup of tea, kind of like you'll need it.
So, first and most pressing question is, I'm not sure if I asked this before either. Can we be overheard by other beings of power whilst in your domicile?
Not in the building. You are safe here.
Perfect. Thank you very much. So, follow-on question. Can you communicate with other beings of power without leaving your domicile?
Yes.
And can that be overheard?
No.
Right. Okay. So, third question. Is it possible for you to communicate with the old gods that were here before you?
Yes.
Perfect. How have you tried to talk to any of them recently?
No. Not
Right.
recently.
Okay. In your opinion, and I realise this is a big ask, which of the older gods would be the most amenable to a conversation?
So, there are you can tell she seems to be having trouble getting words out with this, and you're not quite sure why. There is some layer of magic that does affect the mind of the gods when it comes to the old gods.
Right. So would it
It is
be
difficult.
easier for me to communicate with them, perhaps?
Possibly. I can talk. Obviously, I know of the god of time.
Yes.
That is the one that is causing all the damage.
Well, yes, quite.
As far as I know, well, I don't know how many of them there are.
Oh,
Although, of course, and you are aware that we came here and
yes.
trapped them.
Yes.
I do not remember that.
Oh?
Is that
Has that been
would have
removed from
been-
your memory, or have you done that deliberately to yourself, or?
I don't know.
I think that might have been done by Gontarara.
That is a possibility. But
She
also,
came-
it could have been done by ourselves.
Right. So as not to give anybody access. I see.
We didn't even know we weren't the original gods. Well, we sort of did, but didn't. It's one of those things that just slips out of the mind. Until all this started happening, in which questions were asked and certain things were revealed.
Okay.
But I believe we are all under the same difficulty.
Right. I see.
So, without knowing how many other old gods there are, or indeed what they are the gods of, it's only really the time one that
Okay.
I could talk to.
Right. Okay, so I'm going to try something now before we rest, because I think it's important to know. And I'm just going to sort of you see my pupils split again, so they're in two. So I've now got 4 pupils, and I'm going to reach out to the weave in this place and find if there are any locks or barriers on the weave itself that are keeping the old gods trapped. I want to see if I can find how it has contained them, because I'm guessing they use the weave to do this, and if there are any weak spots here like there are where the god of time pops through on the material plane.
Make your weave manip check.
Hey, weave my nips.
I should weave manips.
34.
Really weird. I saw your dice roll on my screen.
Well, did you?
Well,
Oh,
the actual dice were just a pop up.
No, the actual
No,
dice.
an actual dice. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
rolled across my screen.
they've added that then.
That's
Yeah.
new.
That's very new, because it did not happen last week, did it?
Freaked
Nope.
me the hell out. That did.
Well, you all know I rolled a 19 for 34.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Even through the exhaustion, the adrenaline of questions keeps you going, keeps your mind sharp. So you instinctively just split, and your mind just becomes part of the world around you as you sort of almost meld into the weave, and you can see it like the Matrix.
he's beginning to believe.
Oh, I've always believed.
You feel your sort of consciousness plummet down beneath the ground into the water that surrounds these islands that you saw, where indeed the old god of time is shackled, not physically, but as you suspected, within the weave.
Okay. Are there any sort of strong points, sort of like locks or twists of weave that have been used, or is it just he is in the weave? And are there any weak points?
I mean, he is kind of in the weave. Weak points, I'm not sure. You are certainly capable of making weak points or exposing them, so
Okay.
you have peered in before.
Mazdak, instead of weak points, is there any points where a large amount of magic converges?
Well, that was kind of what I was trying to work out, as if that concentration of magic is somehow holding them.
But they wouldn't be weak points, would they? They'd be the strong points.
Yes, but I was also looking for weak points as well, just in case the God of Time, is breaking through this side as well.
Right.
It would almost seem to you like under the water there is like just a mesh, and
Right.
underneath that is
Okay.
where these other creatures are trapped.
Okay. I will shake off and so. Forgive me. I am able to manipulate the weave itself and
Impressive.
push through. I have done this before. Would it make it easier for you to talk to the God of Time if I was to make a gap in the weave so you could communicate directly?
I can communicate with him anyway, so I don't think it'll make too much difference.
Okay.
What is it you? I might actually defer this to Amriel to do.
Certainly, if you just are of the opinion that somebody else in your realm,
I would say so. You're going to see Amriel anyway, and
yes, indeed. I don't want to presume that you are in charge or in any way predisposed to assisting the goals that we hold.
I
yes.
feel there's a pertinent question for Bernyu. What happened to Nagale?
She's in her house, though he's also sort of trapped.
So you could say that she's under house arrest.
Yes. To use
Right.
mortal vernacular.
Okay. When I was looking at the weave,
He's just on the next island over.
when I was looking at the weave, were there sort of blips where these islands are?
Yeah.
Okay.
Would it help if I showed you a map of the area?
Absolutely, of course.
So
Yes,
you
that
get
would be
our
very
reference. So she just sort of waves an arm and clears the table, and then just sort of again effortlessly waves another hand, and like the wood of the table sort of rises and falls and eventually starts changing colour, so you end up with this sculpted map of the area. And I can
That's very clever.
You-
I like that. Oh.
Mm.
I have to zoom out a lot. Hang on.
Yes. Islands. There are 10 of them.
No clue whose that could be in the middle.
I'm more
I-
worried that
I kind of want you to go and-
pool of blood.
Sorry, what was that about blood?
The pool of blood at top left.
Yes.
Probably Hanumo. And
Correct.
then below that's probably Vastro.
Correct.
Why is it a C?
Why not?
I would assume that Nagale is the one with the heavy forest. At the very bottom.
This one.
The heart would be Amriel.
So
No.
we're
No?
here, are we?
You're
I
bottom
assume
left.
Oh,
we're
we're
bottom
here.
left.
Okay.
The crafters. Home
Yeah.
with all of the bits and bobs outside.
So that's going
The
to
one
be
on the right, I think
knowledge
the
point.
let's go first.
Tersith, that's it.
The
Oh,
island just above where we are then would be Amriel, since we've been told this next island over.
There's a Nazi dragon there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that one would be Vastro because
This
all
is
of the
Vastro.
plants
So-
are dead.
Top left is Hanumo,
Anyway,
the pool
Blood.
of blood. Going
Lago.
anti-clockwise from there. So the one down on the very west is Vastro. Southwest is the one you're currently on of Ocern.
Ocean.
Next round is Nagale, the forest. The one in the far corner with a telescope is Liasol.
Liasol. Okay.
Just above from that is Tursith with the deck. Above that one is Doramond, who is the god of poetry and love and things. Top right is Isthala, god of poisons and disease.
Mushrooms and all of that. And then
And
Amriel.
Amriel is the beach girl.
Yes. No, that makes sense.
Who's this little chap in the middle?
Yeah, this small one here.
That one, oh, that's not important right now.
Okay.
With the
Coward
with the
Island. Coward Island.
Kauailand.
Yeah.
That
Kauai.
makes it sound. It makes it sound Hawaiian and lovely.
Well,
Lava,
Japanese
I
would
suppose.
go on.
from Kawawa.
Spark, Hetai, Dragon.
Okay, cool. I like a map. I enjoy a map.
You like a good map.
I do like a map.
So, this is the area. In the ocean, under the ocean, is the old gods. Did you have any more questions?
I don't think so at the moment. What? So I'm just going to look at the rest of the group, seeing how beat up everybody is. So that, right, we should probably rest.
Why don't we go to Amriel's island and rest there? Because then, while we're resting, she could be raising up Sasha.
I mean, yes.
I
if you-
think
if
that
you
would
wish.
be a good idea, especially as Amriel has been one of the more forward of our allies in all of this.
Right. Sure. Okay.
It's all
Yeah.
the same.
That's
I'm gonna stay here with Ocern.
I think that is a good idea as well.
well. I don't think we should. Everybody should split up. I think we've done that before, and it's been very bad.
Hmm.
Nobody should go be alone.
We
Even,
need to
and I
know.
apologise for casting aspersions, even in the house of a friendly being of power such as yourself.
It would also be good for us to know which gods will align with our cause and which will stand in our way.
That's a question. What were you before you were a god then? If you weren't always a god.
A mortal.
Yes.
Really?
There was Bug. The original law was the wizard. The powerful wizards would manage to work out how to travel to the plane of the gods, and defeated the old gods, and raised themselves up as gods.
Maybe I should be the god of fire then.
No, Bug. This is not what we're
No.
here for. We are here to restore equilibrium, so that the world, our material plane, does not end.
And there's already an old god of fire, which I think they got
I
it
will-
covered.
Also
I'll
stress
take
that
it.
we are most certainly not here to claim divinity ourselves.
Oh no,
That would
absolutely
be
not.
foolish.
Yes.
Kroll just
That is a
started
wise,
like,
a wise message to carry. That you are
Oh.
here to help resolve a problem, and then be on your way.
Indeed, we are. we are seeking to avert the end of the material plane and possibly this plane as well. Depending on what happens with the old Lord of Time, it's the power that being wields is almost immeasurable.
Yes, the old Lord of Time, or Colin Baker, as we call him.
I thought that was John Pertwee, but I guess it depends on exactly how old you are as to who the old God of Time was.
I actually meant Tom Baker, but I still wasn't wrong.
So, yes, so we should, I think, I mean, I would
Yes.
like to go and speak with Tersith, but that's not important right now, and the important thing is to rest. So
You may well get the opportunity to
is it
canvas opinions on several gods.
is it possible to arrange some sort of meeting with beings of power that would perhaps be more sympathetic to our aims?
Yes, we could probably do that. Again, I would urge you to discuss that with Amriel.
Right. Okay.
She's
So
you're aware there is a sort of hierarchy even amongst
yes,
gods.
yes, indeed.
Yes. When Contarara disrupted you all, but Amriel, Vastro, and
And Tersith are the sort of top three that. But there is, of course, more complex than this. The good, the bad, and the balance is kind of the roles that they played. And then there were 6 of us doing our roles underneath. And when Contarara emerged, she just sort of popped herself at the top.
Yes. Was there no resistance from you 9?
See, there are more memory issues with this, in that I have memories of being here without her, and I also have memories of meeting her as a mortal and her coming with us.
remember,
Right. She has really
remember
done a number
Mazdak.
on everyone.
If it weren't for Seti, then many of us would have not batted an eye at
This is very true.
there being 10 gods instead of 9.
Yes, indeed.
I think we need to discuss with Amriel, and then we can start to build our plan.
Quite.
For what it's worth, I'm open to negotiations with the old gods.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Thank you.
As long as we can find a new balance that
Not
involves
quite, yes.
everyone, except maybe one.
Yes. That was our aim coming here. Our people were. People stated other desires at some point, but that I think has been subsumed by the need to save the world, because we all know that the conflict in this realm affects the material realm.
It would leave it a barren wasteland,
Well, yes, quite.
nothing left.
So, do we rest here, or do we go to Amriel's and rest? I know, Kral, you wanted to stay here
Yeah,
for crafting purposes.
well, yeah, that too, but I'm not doing so good, so I think it's probably best if I just stay here.
There is time. I know you left in a bit of a hurry with a limited time window, but it operates differently here.
I see.
You probably have a day or two before the end of the world.
And it may be that if we can make an amenable agreement with the God of Time, we may be able to avert any disasters.
See,
He's hoping.
I did manage to briefly talk to him during the battle before we came through. And I tried to ask him for help, see if he could wind back a minute, maybe, so we could head off the betrayal.
Right.
But he's too firmly shackled to be able to help.
I see.
Yes, he doesn't have any control over its powers.
But he did seem amenable to me.
Well, he's also shown himself to be a rather angry an individual.
Well, when you've been chained up for eons, you know, it does something.
I'm sure. So, why don't you all go to Amriel's? Kral, you can always come back later.
Yes, I think all of us should stick together. It seems like a very wise move at this point, bearing in mind where we are.
Okay. Off you pop then. And she just sort of puts her hands out and you just sort of fold inwards. And then you blink and you're in a different room. Yeah. You know, it feels warmer here, even though you've really not travelled that far. You can see the beach out the window, and there's lots of nice hanging silks and things. Morgrax, immediately you feel these arms around you, as and you feel the warmth in closer proximity, of course, than you've ever experienced, even in your one-on-one conversations with Amriel. The feel of her now is so much more comforting than you've experienced before.
I'll look around and see, is she actually here?
She's currently hugging Morgrax.
Oh, I thought that was a spiritual hug. And I'll just go up
You
to her
are
holding
muted, Misty.
I'll just go up to her holding a bag of ashes. Like this, shaking it in her face, expecting her to know what I want to do.
No, it's sashes.
It's ashes, sorry.
Hey, girl.
Don't be rude. At least say hello first.
Hello.
Hello, Bug.
Have we just been betrayed again?
No, you haven't. Hey, girl. It's me. It's Amriel.
Not what I was expecting at all.
But you have such a good beard, Amriel. Is this deliberate?
Must be
Just
cool.
like, why, what a fine beard you have, grandmother.
All the better to itchy face you with.
I'm so confused.
I am Amriel.
So you entered the Discord earlier, Debbie, very angry with Biddy calling him a traitor, and now he's your god.
You see,
Baffling.
the angriness was a mock angriness to tease a friend or acquaintance, as it were. So yes, now someone reappearing as the previous NPC role is a little disconcerting.
You all feel this warmth, like Martin described, and a calming essence being in Amriel's, or on Amriel's island. It's very comforting. Worries are still there. Everything you've been through is still there, as thoughts, feelings, but you feel satiated for the time being, as if you can actually relax.
I don't.
All of you who were there.
Technically, I'm there.
So yes.
You're dead.
Hey, girl.
She's not dead, she's resting.
Sorry, it also didn't help that this completely throws out what I had been planning when I saw Amriel. Um, yeah,
You can
Margaret.
still do
He's just. I see. I can't because she's in physical proximity. The plan was if I saw her from a distance. Because, it was the whole thing of, the party knows Morgax is, very calm, very together, handing a cup of tea to everyone, and then having, like, Mary Poppins suddenly turn into a screaming fangirl right in front of them and running across the beach. But no.
I mean, you can still squeal and fangirl.
Oh, that's true. Like, I'll totally be doing the hugging, squealing, attempting to rock her back and forth. As, you do in a hug if one person is stronger than the other. So, yeah, I think Morgax is actually going to be properly speechless because, there's praying in a temple and there's like, hey, I'm at my god's house.
And then Amriel can see this and will just hold out her hand in front of you, and then a cup of tea appears, and she hands it to you.
He's Morgrax to you.
God of tea.
She's Morgax to me. I am helpless.
Excuse me, Miss Amriel. Your Amriel. Can you bring my friend Sasha back?
I can, but it's Morgax that has the power to.
Oh,
Would you mind if we took the time? I know Sasha will be delighted to see you.
Absolutely. Take your time. Start when you're ready.
I have a
I'll take
question. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say I'm going to take the bag of ashes from Bug. Sorry. See, it's just the effect of meeting Amriel in the flesh, as it were. I've lost all sense of myself.
Even if she is very bearded.
I must
Even if she is very bearded.
I must admit, when Finny came on there, I thought, oh shit, he's now a god, he's going to kill us all.
Yeah. It's like, oh crap, Amriel was the traitor. No.
Above the table, it wasn't always going to be Amriel that Vinny was going to play. I threw out an offer for him to play one of the gods, so at least he can play in the last little bit of the campaign.
I thought it was going to be a fiery dragon if we came to kill it.
I ruled out, given the Atan situation, I ruled out him being an antagonist.
All right.
I was expecting us to get a bit of a message from Tersith and say, hey, I've got a guy here who you might remember, and have the return of Thaddeus.
That could have been interesting. That didn't,
Because that's what I thought you'd taken both Fiddy and Debbie off to the side, because they played characters that both died and went to their gods.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't died.
Saviel.
That's true. I was thinking Morgrax. Like, Morgrax hasn't died. She got the cheat code for meeting her god. But someone else died. So it's a hour-long spell. So I'll find a nice comfy place in the sand underneath a beach umbrella. Sit cross-legged with the ashes in my lap and start.
I'll sit with you and I'll get all of Sasha's weapons and clean them all and lay them out around you so they're ready for her when she comes back.
Okay.
So while they're doing that, I want to ask a question of Amriel. So, I have a question, if you don't mind.
Mhm.
You and the other beings that are here, beings of power, you intimate, if not promise, your followers that when they die, they come to you, and they will be one with you, or whatever it is. I know there's some religious texts differ as to what happens to souls after they die. So, where is Sasha? And I don't mean the bits of dust and rock that Bug has collected. I mean her essence, her soul, because by rights you should know exactly where that is.
And
sorry, I'm
question.
not meaning to be antagonistic. I just need to know.
No,
I'm
no,
intrigued.
it's all very well. She is here in no particular certain space or area. It's realistically really only just happened for Sasha, as time does work a little bit different here.
Right.
But without someone to do the spell, even though you are on my island, it still needs to be done by someone.
No, I
who
wasn't
wants that person
questioning the spell. I'm not really interested in that. What I'm asking is if these spirits, these souls come to you, where do you send them? You don't keep them here.
They
because
have
obviously
their...
we'd be overrun.
Indeed. They have their...
Philly, just to point out, you're doing superbly here, by the way. But if there are things you want me to cover, just give me the nod and I'll jump in.
Sorry, I'm
Okay.
being difficult.
If there's anything particularly, I've got something set up, but if there's anything particularly you wanted for this to happen, then okay, cool. Yeah.
No,
Yes.
you carry on.
This is... It's not a waiting room, but it's to calm the soul when they come through my island, to help them make that decision of what they want to do. So you're right. They have the option to pass on and go into the universe, or they have the option to have their own little island like this, something that keeps them happy, calm, to be able to look over those who they've left behind, and maybe even help along the way with a little nudge here or there.
Right.
No, Sasha's totally hovering over Contarara's island and just flipping the bird all the time.
So, okay. Well, I think, as deeply unsatisfying as that answer was, it is actually an answer. So, thank you. It was very kind of you. Do you... I mean, you seem to be predisposed to be up for negotiation with the beings of power that were here before you. Is this the case, or are you claiming neutrality, or are you opposed? What is your position here?
No neutrality for me. I am not opposed to what you've come to do. I am definitely here to help,
Right.
and to persuade the old and new to either work things out or be able to go on without destroying the world.
Right. And the other gods that you, or beings of power, gods is not the right term, I feel. Other beings of power that are here on these islands, which of them would you trust to have a similar outlook to yourself?
Obviously, Nagale would, but is underpowered at the minute. Obvious reasons. You came from Ossam's Island, I believe, yes?
Yes.
So she may have filled you in with a few of these.
No, she advised that I ask you, which is in itself is interesting.
Just above the table, sorry, Martin. You saying that basically, I remember everything.
What you remember everything is in what happened previously with the old gods and that.
Yes, and I can remember my gods and everything. What?
You definitely have a little bit more than you can name the old gods and number them. But yeah, generally you're aware of the fuzziness of those memories.
Okay, cool. Yes, so there's a few that either can't, won't, will not get involved. One which I know would be worth a conversation with be Astray.
I start Chikoto.
She's just angry. There is no conversation with Vastro.
Well,
my blade is drawn as soon as I see him.
Then maybe I speak to him alone. For that reason.
I think that Vastro owes a great debt to our friend here, and he should be willing at least to enter into the combat with her. Whether
I am not disregarding
her or she kills him is entirely up to chance, I feel, at this point.
They will also be a good
I'll just
ally.
Look at her and just say, okay.
They would be a good ally for us, so we're not going up against too many of them on our own. And with Vastro, we may get somebody else who always seems to follow him.
Vastro will choose power. He will not give it up, even a piece of it.
Yes.
Then perhaps he is aware he has lost power to Contorara.
Perhaps.
Conversation is always there to be had. Choices are there to be made.
Though we should avoid as much fighting as we can.
I agree.
Yet.
Dakota, would you be amenable to a compromise?
Yet.
Well, I'll ask anyway. We deal with the bitch on high, and then you can fight Vastro.
We will see what happens. I'm here for one thing.
I know.
You all have great purpose. I have single purpose. I want my death. Vastro is the only one that can give me that. Even if it means his death first.
I mean, that seems fair.
Who else can we consider allies, Amriel?
There,
or at least potential.
there are those who sit on the fence and those who just won't or can't. But if we get Vastro, maybe get Istala.
Which would leave only, as far as I can understand, Hanumo opposed.
Yes.
So I am assuming the other beings of power will be reasonable to talk to.
Yes. Let's hope so.
Is it possible to have a meeting with all of these beings? To talk to
DM,
them?
I don't want to jump the gun by answering this.
All of them, including Vastro, Istala, and Hanumo, or
I mean,
the other 6?
I think I would like to talk to all of them. But whether that has to be Warlock on stream, whether that is wise to talk to them all together, I'm not sure. Perhaps some could be met individually. DM has run off. Come on, Amriel.
This is not a decision for me to make.
I know.
It's kind of a little tricky. You kind of need to be more than like the co-DM level to be playing this role. But you're doing great.
Yeah. No, absolutely. So yeah, I think perhaps not all of them together. Some may be better visited individually, but we rely upon your guidance here, Amriel.
Yeah. So she would be able to kind of pinpoint each of them and where they would likely stand.
Right.
Osun and Doramond are kind of very passive. They as Osun said to you, wants peace, but still wants the godhood. So if we can negotiate, Doramond would probably follow similarly. Liasol and Tersith famously don't get involved even in things in their own backyard.
Yeah.
Very much sort of, well, it's whatever happens. Nigale, of course, would be on side. You don't quite know the state of her at the moment. And then, obviously, Amriel's ready to throw down with you. The others, Hanumo is a psychopath.
Wow.
He's the only one that gains from the future that's to be held.
He was.
We can entice Hanuma with being able to murder under the god.
Yeah, but once he gets a taste for it,
It's fine.
I love it. Yeah, that'd be fine.
That's future investigators' problem.
Vastro won't choose any option where he loses power. And Istala's kind of like the least known. She just sort of tends to stick with Vastro.
So we have two definites.
And Contarara would rather rule a dead planet than give up power,
Yeah.
obviously.
we're not taking her thoughts into this.
Right. Okay.
I heard the kettle go on, so I went and left my empty mug next to it, and it got refilled.
As if by
Wow.
magic, yeah.
Magic.
Good trick, that.
Well done, Kim.
She's already left.
Warlock has
We
departed.
have also an I've forgotten the name of the poet.
Doramond.
Doramond.
Doramond. Sorry.
Also, and Doramond should be easier to convince, depending on outcomes. Vastro will be an uphill battle, but possible.
Right.
We cannot count on Hunumor to do anything sane, leaving Leosol and Tursith to be watching, not taking part.
Yes, I feel that.
Thing we
I've just posted my little table of that.
Gotcha.
we at least need to have a conversation with Leosol and Tersith, because maybe they don't get involved, maybe they want to stay neutral, but nobody can be neutral in this next fight, or they risk losing everything.
I mean, on that, despite them claiming neutrality perpetually, both of them have separately helped
Helped us.
this party.
Yeah.
I mean, even if they can help us indirectly while maintaining the facade of neutrality, it might be something that could tip the balance.
Our goal here is to protect the world. It is not to reorder things, if we can help it.
Well,
Bernie, whether you like it or not, things are going to be reordered.
I think
I
They
know.
seem to understand. Or
I
you
know.
plan to it.
Growl. Do not question if I am not paying attention to the writing on the wall.
Right, so I think, therefore I am, because Mazdak. But I think it's key that we get Vastro on side.
Hmm.
I think this is very important. And I know, and I'll look at Jakoto, I know there is unfinished business with Vastro and yourself. But I think I'm going to have to ask you to leave that aside until we have talked to him to see if he will assist in removing Contarara and negotiating with the old gods. If, I mean, I'm asking, I'm not telling or ordering, I'm asking a favour. Now, obviously you are free to reject this out of hand and go looking for Vastro. We are, after all, one step over, he's just over there. But I would plead with you to wait.
I am closer than I have ever been to my freedom.
I understand. No, that's wrong. I don't understand, but I empathise.
Ricotto,
But
when we saw the future,
I
sorry, did you want to? Yeah.
I have done things my own way for a long time. And I have been separated from most people for a long time. And I think fondly of you and your friends sauntering into my mountain and challenging me. It was fun. I enjoyed it.
Well, up to a point.
This is... Yes, I lost myself. And you, Mazdak, shouted some sense into me.
I certainly tried.
So, well, everybody left alive, so it worked.
Yes, indeed we did.
You are close to what I may... All of you are close to what I may call the last friends I ever have. So I will do you this one favor, I will stay my hand, and Vastro may be talked to before I behead him.
That's all I can ask of you, all we can ask of you. And we thank you.
If he chooses to assist you, then I will wait until he is finished. If he chooses to not help,
Then, by all means, I will assist.
Fine. Okay.
Thank you. This is very. This is a great
I
honor.
feel an
Thank you.
excitement I've not felt in a long time. This is good. Final battle.
Indeed, indeed.
I have a question for both Dragoto and Amriel. I know the memories may be hazy due to what Contorara has done, but was it Vastro the one that led you here in the first place? I remember you saying that, Dragoto.
Yes. Yes, as he told me, because I was friends with him. Amriel, do you remember meeting me? We met once before he became a god.
Do I?
I mean, up to you. Feel free to flavour it as you...
Cool. It's hazy, but I feel as if we have met before. It's just
Vastro tried to get me to come and be a god with you, but I said no. Once he became a god, he made me one of his immortals, his first. And he will not let me go.
then that's definitely part of the conversation we will have with him then. I know he won't give up power.
But how will he think if he is made aware that he has lost it because of Contorara?
I don't know. We haven't spoken for some time. Been quite a tight regime here. But I said everyone has to be given the choice. I believe that he, to help with the negotiations with the old, save the world and not destroy it. He then has the choice, after being asked the question, will either keep or release Jakoto. Those are two very separate things.
I think the second one is down to Drakoto's diplomacy than anything else. But
I have a very diplomatic blade.
Yes, we have seen it in action.
And I don't mean this to sound condescending or anything, Jakoto, but maybe think about these thousands and thousands of years that have left behind by yourself. Put across your feelings to Vastro. It may help. We were all mortal once, and Power has changed some of us more than others. But the option and the choice there always has to be given.
I have tried to talk to him over the years. It has been a long time. He always said no. So, even though I've tried to tell him about my feeling, just the one. I have tried before. He always said no.
Maybe this
doesn't-
was the, depending on how you look at it, maybe this was the reason then. He knew we would be here. Maybe he knew that we needed you.
I
That is not all.
I think that is
It
still
does not.
a very poor reason for keeping someone alive against their will for so
Indeed.
very long. And I think above table, Chaz has only had Jakoto for a while, but will, if anything happens to her, will kill each and every one of you. And then myself. But yeah, it's Mazdak is again, his sense of right and wrong is coming into play again. Whether that's going to get him killed at one day or not, I probably. But yeah, I am quite happy to talk to Vastro and explain a few truths to him.
I think talking is the best way we can do this.
Absolutely.
And on that, I think it's just about time.
What, to talk now? Oh, right, no, Sasha.
We'll take a quick break first.
Ooh, delaying the comeback.
Sorry, yeah.
That is some like DM slash alpha of DM mind shit there. I was like, it's 1:45. Let's lean in.
So, we're having a little break. In the break, you may decide to go and buy things. That's your choice. You may, of course, decide not to buy things. That's also a choice. Make the right choice. See you in a bit. and welcome back. We hope you had a lovely time and all of your hopes and dreams came true. In a 10-minute break, I'm sure that was possible. DM.
Okay, yeah, so we pick up. I think we're about to get into a particular spell. Morgrax. Gonna take us away.
I'm put on the spot. So, towards the end of the spell, Morgrax from a seated position will hold her, both her hands out, hands up. And from her hands, Sasha appears from that point, her own hands laying in Morgrax's, until she's seated opposite Morgrax in the sand.
Yeah, you do that. Sorry, Martin, is that right? Unless you wanted to.
But I was going to say, it's just the form of Sasha has emerged.
Yes.
She looks like herself, but blank behind the eyes.
So no real change then. It's completely, brainless.
Harsh.
Couldn't help it, sorry.
Brielle?
Yeah, so you do this Morgrax, and you've heard about this spell before. You've only just learnt it, but you've heard what it can do. And you feel that nice, warm, calming, peaceful hand on your shoulder. As you just look up to your right, you see it's Ambriel, of course. She just looks down and says, "Yes. Well done, Miss. Always you. But I am the last piece for this." And she kneels down and she puts her hand, palm of her hand facing upwards, in front of you, in between you and this motionless, lifeless form of Sasha. And there's this transparent jar what appears with a bright light in it. It's Sasha's soul. The last bit is normally done by me, but you're here, so peek behind the curtains. Why don't you ask if she wants to come back?
Do I do it by opening the jar or holding the jar? Or...
She moves her hand away and the jar just just floats there in midair between you two.
I'll move one of Sasha's hands to the top of the jar, my own underneath, and then addressing the jar rather than the form. Sasha, do you want to return to us?
Not done yet.
There you go.
Yeah. The mouth of Sasha moves, even though you can still tell there's nothing in there. Obviously, some communication between what's in that jar and the body is still intact. You hear her say, "I'm not done yet." And as you hear that, the glass just sort of dissipates away and the light still remains hovered there and just slowly moves its way into Sasha. And then there's that breath. Sasha, you are back.
Oh, wrong character, but it's best I can.
Squeeze Sasha's hand, and then kind of just point to the side and kind of go, "Don't stay here."
You're naked, by the way. You might want to put this on. I'll give her whatever it is she wears that I saved.
I mean, her original clothes were disintegrated.
Oh, okay. I'll give her a very small cloak that I've got that might work as a mini skirt.
I'm sure Amriel can do some magic.
Yeah.
My lady.
Hello, Sasha. Welcome back with us.
He killed me, didn't he?
I'm afraid he did.
Let's fill you in. The bastard killed you. We killed the bastard. I stabbed him and stabbed him and stabbed him and stabbed him and stabbed him till he was dead. And then I picked you up, brought you here, and now Morgrax just got you back again.
Are you sure you're not a little bit barbarian? Bug?
Well, I do get angry sometimes.
Thank you for bringing me back, Morgrax. And thank you, Amriel, my lady. And thank you, Buck, of course.
Well, here's all your gear, and I'll start taking it all out. I'll put it all around you, and it's like it's a bit over-eager.
I'll lean towards him and give him a little kiss on the forehead.
Oh! See a little flame pop out of his ears.
Shall we get back to the others?
Yes, let's.
So the rest of you who weren't sort of crowded around, just watching that, see everyone walking back, including Sasha.
It's good to see you back, Sasha. How?
Good to see you too, Mazdak.
Well, we started together. We should definitely finish.
Absolutely.
I'm sure it will please you to know that I struck Atan out of the sky after he did what he did to you.
Did we lose anybody else?
Very nearly, but
Several lost an arm. I did not see Stanyard
Stanyard
as I went through.
Stanyard got killed, right?
Yeah, but I think I was through the portal before I saw that happen.
Stanyard didn't make it.
I'm
He
sorry to hear that. I know you
died
looked up to
defending
him.
us. He was very brave.
Yes.
He was a good man.
Yes. Most of the time.
And several.
Lost an arm. He was
Didn't come through with us.
attempting to fix the
He was
problem.
taking too long, so I removed it.
Yeah. Chikoto assisted. He was attempting to push a loaded spell pearl through the portal to, in his words, bring it all to a stop, which I don't think would have worked. So I tried to stop him, and it was a standoff, and then Chikoto very kindly cut one of his arms off.
I don't blame you for that. I wish I had done it myself.
Again, several, misguided though he was, did help.
But to fill you in on what we are attempting to do is we are going to try and convince Vastro to be on our side of the argument before we even attempt to dethrone Gondorara.
I'm glad I'm not going to miss that part.
You will be needed for our rematch.
I think we should definitely rest and replenish ourselves.
Yes.
If
Yes, I will most certainly need to after that spell.
and I'll look across to Amriel. If that is okay to do here.
Absolutely. Definitely.
Thank you, Morgrax. I am grateful, especially after everything.
Well, not having you back with us simply wasn't an option.
Looks down at where Ratan's body is.
Luck.
She would, but all out of 8th level spell slots. So
It costs us money to bring them back. It's
that's
Sasha is
true.
free to come back.
Yeah, we had a coupon for Sasha.
Yeah.
1 free Sasha.
But yes.
Buy an Atan, get a Sasha free.
The island is yours. The house there you can take. You'll find anything you need inside to rest and relax.
I thought we were already inside. Otherwise,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have said anything
Okay.
that I've just said.
Just to clear that up, she wouldn't have let anyone go outside.
Oh, okay.
Right. I still, no offence to yourself, you are obviously a being of great power, but I would prefer if we set watches just in case.
Absolutely.
I could watch. I don't sleep.
Okay, I was just concerned if, say, one of the others decided to pay you a visit and catch us napping, as it were.
Well, if you want to take turns staying up,
I trust that you are possibly the best guard in the entire universe. So yes, I will take some rest. Thank you, Jakoto. So yeah, I will find a corner somewhere with a comfy chair and get my book out, read for a bit, and then clasp my arms around it and go to sleep.
Well, one thing you would have noticed in Amriel's house is that there's a whole suite, one of the circular buildings on the map is just books.
Oh, I'll be there.
So you go over and take a look.
Yeah.
It's all romance novels.
Chiclet.
So I look in vain. I think I spend about 20 minutes looking in vain for something to read. There are no books here. What?
What are you talking about, Mazdak? The wall is full of books.
No. Books with information. Books for study, learning. This is just...
Think
Into
carefully before you
everywhere, but
insult the
not-
lady's house.
Sorry, you both spoke at the same time. I didn't get either of those.
Sorry, go ahead, Sasha.
I just say water everywhere, but not a drop to drink.
Yeah. And what I was saying was think carefully before you insult my lady's house.
No offence intended, but these are definitely not my type of books.
There's certainly a lot of thirst here.
There are a lot of books. It hurts to say that word about these. I'm going to go over there. Just Bazaz walks off.
Just before you all go to sleep and take your rest day, please eat, drink, and relax. And she'll just wave her hand, and you'll see this banquet just appear for you. And in the center of this banquet, you will see that there is this very expensive gem encrusted bowl in it as well.
It's good to have friends in high places.
Heroes feast.
Heroes feast, huh?
Indeed. So I think that comes with what, 2d10 extra.
Yeah, I'm not gonna roll that.
Roll that.
How much
Two
is
ones.
that back at the moment? Now that
Two
the
ones.
level.
After the levels, yeah. What's the Mazdak index?
I don't think I rolled that. Hang on, let me just find out.
Because it would have gone down
Did I do that?
4 from the 2 level ups, and then depending on how much it went up.
Yeah, I need.
That's 12 extra hit points to everyone.
I took 2
Is that-
wizards, so it's 2d6.
HP maximum? Or-
Yes.
Because I don't remember the spell. I'll apply that after the long rest. Does it get reset by the long rest though?
No, it just lasts for 24 hours.
Cool.
Uh,
The-
like,
resistance to
I'm
poison
on that.
damage. Yeah, so resistance to poison damage and immunity to frightened and poison conditions. Hit point maximum also increases by 12, and it gains the same number of hit points also.
Sorry, can you say those again, but a little bit slower?
So you gain 12 hit points, and your hit point maximum increases the same amount, and you are resistant to poison damage, and also gain immunity to being frightened and poisoned conditions.
Awesome.
Right, so what was it? 12 temp HP. Sorry, I was doing my HP. 12 temp, 12 extra maximum, yes?
No, it's 12 hit point maximum.
12 hit point
We
maximum.
could go up by 12 as well, which it does when you put your max up.
Yeah. Aid would fade. I don't remember who I cast that on,
Me.
which was the 10 temporary.
Me.
10 hit point maximum. Are we okay to click long rest, DM?
Yep.
Cool.
Oh, my hit point maximum just disappeared.
Yeah.
I know I
Yeah.
kind of like put the idea of watches out, but if you guys wanted to use that sort of opportunity to have some personal chats or anything, don't let me stop you.
Kral will take the time after asking Amriel if she's got a small brazier to ritually cast Find Familiar and resummon Scaflock.
Yeah.
And then he'll find sort of a corner with Scaflock and Kez, and just you'll hear him sort of just in that sort of whittering whistle click between the three of them.
Familiar back.
I think Bug will find a space next to, of course, next to Sasha, and just fill her in with what happened in the fight, and tell her everything that happened until we got her back. So keep her up to date with all the things that he saw.
I'm very proud of you, Buck. Thank you.
Bright red. I didn't want to think he was a fire mage or fire druid.
So do we have confirmation on the Mazdak?
An unbuffed Mazdak is 31.
Woof.
Nice.
Ooh.
And with
I
the
know.
Hero's Beast,
rolled
that's
really
up
well.
to 43.
Yeah, buffed, I'm up to 43. So, I'm
Nice.
unstoppable now. Totally
Nice.
unkillable.
You've got
Still entirely one-shottable.
No, you're not.
under a
No,
third of my HP.
I'm fine.
Yeah, a buffed Sasha is 204.
Nice.
You don't need that many. I mean, look, I have less hit points than you. I didn't die and get turned into dust.
Exactly. Yeah.
Just saying. Where was your 200 hit points then, eh?
Graal, do you have a moment?
For you, always.
I just wanted to away any fears or concerns you might have. I know that I have my biases and I owe a lot to Nagale, but I want to assure you that I have our world first over anything else.
No, and I don't bear any ill will to you or any of the others who do find solace in worship of the gods. But I'm here as the check and balance on people's more excessive beliefs. And that's mainly because of what happened to me with Marius and the Everburn. I had to learn a hard lesson. One that Severill should have learned but didn't.
Well, I think he is harmless, armless now. So
Well, you know him, he'll probably be working on a replacement if he survived.
Maybe you can give him a hand.
But, I mean, I don't know
think,
what will be left afterwards, but I don't know, I found something, I suppose, I believe the term's kindred spirit with Osen.
well, she is the one of craft and creation.
Yeah. I prefer to have a friend than a overlord.
I think faith is what you make of it. You know.
That's true. That's very true.
I do not see Nagale as in charge of me. I see her as one I owe debt to. If you know what I mean. But I do not know if I can. I do not know if I'll be able to handle going and seeing her right now.
Let's just put that on the back burner, because if she's under house arrest, if we go anywhere near that island, we're going to play our hand too early.
Yes.
Let's get the negotiations out the way.
Get
because
Vestor
we'll have
on
the
side
efforts.
first.
Yeah, because he's been relegated, and I didn't want to say this out loud to the others, but he's been relegated to appear a station of relative, lowliness. From what we know, he was the leader of the guards, and he's been relegated to one of the bottom. Now,
Whilst he has power in the structure the Contarara has set up, he has less than he used to. I think the difficult bit will be reconciling that with the old gods.
I don't think he has a choice. If he wants to retain any semblance of his power, well, whatever station that is, he has no choice but to make a deal with the old gods.
We can only hope that we can convince him of that.
Well, we got a very pissed off immortal if he gets a bit uppity.
Yes. Thank you, Graal. I do always enjoy speaking with you.
And Kral will pull out the small container with the Nagale soil in, and the piece of metal, and the little sprouts on it. Well, my theory seems to be proving somewhat true. So, providing we get out of this alive, I may have a favour to ask of your lady.
Well, we will see what our situation is once we are done.
But first and foremost, I'm going to try and fix my shell and my chest plate with Osen said she'd help.
I imagine that you will come up with something ingenious. You always do.
Ingenious, crazy, possibly suicidally world-ending.
It is a fine line.
Yeah, but I just want to point out that I'm not Severo. I know when I'm beaten.
Yeah. I think there is a lot that he could do to learn.
Yeah. Well, when you've been alive as long as he is, sometimes the arrogance is just setting too deep.
I think that is a problem with a lot of elvenkind.
Elvenkind, dragons, any particularly long-lived people. Maybe it's the passage of time that just gets to them all.
Spend so much time you become, what is the word? Disillusioned. You can see it in Jakoto as well.
Yeah. Well,
It's,
if it's all the same, Bernier, I'm beat.
get your
I spent
rest.
quite a bit
Get
of
your
that
rest.
fat on the floor. So, if y'all need me, I'll be here.
Should leave you to your rest, Graal. You have done good work.
And you'll just see him sort of lean back into the wall and pull his hat down over his eyes, but he's got sort of Kez and Scafflock sort of snuggled into him on either side.
Anyone else doing anything in this downtime?
I'd probably let Bug sort of snuggle a bit closer than normal.
That sentence could have gone in any direction. I'm probably going to let Bug insert your own imaginary thoughts here.
Yes.
No,
Ash's
it's
got a
not going
special
that far.
pillow for him.
Mazdak's having nightmares about only having access to romance novels.
That picture that Dan put in is basically Mazdak's
Yeah.
dream.
That
Slash
dream,
nightmare.
nightmare.
Yeah. That's
Series of different words flashing out at him like engorged.
Stop it.
Slick.
Steady on.
it's exactly those sorts of novels.
Heaving.
It's basically a library full of smut.
It's not even well written.
The punctuation.
The grammar. No.
What do you mean? What do you mean they make a movie out of this one?
Oh god, it's Tusk Love 2!
How many shades of
that's
grey?
Mazdak, I found one for you. It is the lusty Dragonborn maid.
No. Run screaming. I think I'd rather go and sleep with Hanumo.
And that's how Mazdak got turned.
Yep.
And picture it now, just Mazdak curled up in Numa's lap and like, you know, some giant skull throne or something. I was like, it was terrible.
So Mazdak becomes a murderer, but not a murderer of people, a murderer of books. So there's across the entirety of the continents, there's just these random book fires in the middle of towns, but they all seem to be romance novels or smut books.
Yeah.
That's his villain arc.
Yep. Absolutely.
Okay. So, you're all rested. Oh, yeah, sorry. Last point for you, Sasha, is what do you mean he's not getting that far? I mean, there's the Mile High Club, and you can be in an even more exclusive gang here.
And also, my guy collected you up in the middle of a battle and ran through a portal with you.
Yeah, but not in my god's house. That's just creepy.
Yeah, but to be fair, she'd be watching it happen regardless what happened.
Yeah.
Maybe
I'm
so, but
did
still.
everything.
She's penning her own smut based off of it.
Yeah, if you're waiting for after marriage, Bernie can sort that out for you.
Mm.
I do have that spell prepared.
Very
at the moment.
Was it would
And it could be like
the
the whole-
fierce and the fire?
Ooh. It could be like the whole thing of I can't think of her name, Rory and his missus in
Amy.
Doctor Who. Amy, thank you. Rory and Amy. And what happened to their baby because they
Yes.
had their honeymoon in TARDIS.
They conceived a time, lady.
With the influence of the divine realm, Sasha's child would be an Asimar. Wait, hang on.
Half
That
Asimar,
would have been
half
here
Firebug.
Cherub.
Yeah. Instead of like the glowing light that we see with Sasha, it's just a big red glowing arse.
Okay.
Too far? Okay.
I mean, it was no worse than anything else, but I think it's a straw that broke the camel's back situation.
Yes. Indeed. Let's move on. Please.
So, you're all rested. Back to full, feeling the boost of a well put together meal.
And a good read.
So,
For some of us.
those flapjacks were divine. So, what's the plan now? Straight to Vastro, go sort out Nagale, go and actually look at Turtzith's library.
I think.
All options.
Well, how do we feel about me trying to reach the old god of time, to let them know that we are attempting this on their behalf to free them from their captivity so that they can make a deal with the newer beings of power.
It would be wise to know what they want
Yes.
out of this.
Because if we, get all the other beings of power on side and then we release the older gods and they decide that it's fighting time anyway, then we kind of, that brings about the end of the world anyway. So,
Correct me if I'm wrong here, DM. But I could certainly help with that one and make it a safer call to go unnoticed.
yes, that would be a very good idea. So, and I've just remembered that I have the I'm not sure this is their actual name, but I have the Gloves of Wibbliness, which
Yes.
Add a D4 to any weave manipulation roll I do. And I forgot all about them. So I could have had a D4 in all of those rolls.
Could have gone that one up to a 38.
Could have done.
We could have even made it a 43 if, with a flash of genius.
Yes, could have done. So, yes, I want to sort of peek into the weave and try and contact the old god of time, if that's possible.
Okay.
Can I assist, considering I've spoken to him already?
Yep. So, roll your weave manipulation check at advantage with a D4.
Okay.
I wonder if he'll succeed.
So I'll roll the D4 first.
Don't say that. It's natural one coming up.
It
That's-
was a 4.
that's
Got
a
4
4.
on there.
So we'll roll this
Yeah,
with
roll the
advantage.
Oof.
35 total.
That's still respectable.
So
No.
She says,
Marvelous.
having never gotten that score.
So, yeah, 35. So I literally just want to sort of reach in, and again, you see the pupils just split apart into 4, and Mastak sort of shimmers slightly as there appear to be 2 of him in one space. And you see it just sort of extend his fingers and start pulling at something you can't see. To make a sort of gap into the weave where I can try and contact this god of time.
Everything goes off perfectly.
Carl's a little bit of flavour on it as Mazdak does this. Mazdak will see just these sort of spectral gears just combine into like struts to hold the gap open.
Nice.
Nice.
So, I can feel the presence of this being, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, hi, Mazdak. I think we've spoken before briefly. I know you spoke to my friend Kral not long ago. We are currently in the realm of your old realm, which is the realm of power, gods, whatever it's called. And we are attempting to get the people that displaced you and imprisoned you to relent and negotiate with you and your brethren. A sort of power sharing type of situation, but I need to obviously to be able to represent you and your fellows. I need to know what you think, what you want, we're trying to avoid conflict and avoid the end of not only the material realm but possibly this realm as well, with the advent of the red dragon who calls herself Kondarara installing herself as the head of this new order. We wish to try and restore some equilibrium, and I think bringing you guys back to an even keel would help with that. What do you think? Sorry.
All through your talking, Bella, it's very Mazdak.
Yes.
All through your talking, you sort of this gap in the weave that you and Kral have constructed. You've seen an eye, as you have done before, and it's just looking directly at you. You can also hear and feel its new order. It's heavy breathing almost, though you're pretty sure it doesn't need to breathe. And it just comes back initially with with 3 words. It's we want freedom.
Freedom! Sorry.
Freedom!
Look, I'm not putting blue makeup on and pretending to be Mel Gibson. I draw the line. Right. Okay. When you... I guess, when you get this freedom, are you likely to want retribution? Revenge? Or is it more just of a case of trying to put that aside to run the world as you once did and coexists with the new Blue Monday people?
Never thought this day had come.
Yeah.
So it sort of it pauses, and it says, "We do not want." It sort of pauses, trying to sort of comprehend the language. We are freedom means only us.
Okay. Well, I'll see what I can do, but I don't think the others are going to like that very much. But I can kind of understand your point of view, although if you do choose conflict, know that it could destroy everything. Do I get any response to that?
I shouldn't have the.
No, Dan is perfectly on form at the minute.
He's on it. I shouldn't have the chat open because I just can't help but seeing these. So yes, again, there's a long pause as Martin thinks about things.
Yeah.
And he says, "We don't want destruction, but it can be only us here."
Right. Okay. May I?
That is natural.
I see. Oh, I understand. May I take your name? My name is Mazdak. I'm sure I've mentioned it once or twice.
I am only time.
Oh, this is going to go badly. Okay. Right. Leave it with me. I'll see exactly what I can do. We will be in touch. And I'll sort of carefully remove the struts that Kral has put in and push the weave back together and turn to the rest and say, well, we may have a small problem. Well, the natural order of things to avoid destruction is to free those that are imprisoned. However, they are quite insistent that nobody should share the realm with them. They don't want to destroy, but at the same time, they don't think anybody else should be here, regardless of whether they are ill-intentioned or not.
They are literally the embodiment of what they are.
Yes. And I think, to be honest, I think they're right. But I think we need to not mention this until we find a way of freeing them. Perhaps there is a way of removing everybody from this realm and leaving them here.
I mean, how many of the guards would willingly come back to the material realm?
I don't know. We know those that won't.
Yeah. But they benefit from the destruction.
I think you're
Well,
right.
I think the only ones that will benefit from the destruction would be Hunomo.
That is it.
That's it. Everybody else, if the end of the world happens, everyone, all of the others, are diminished. Perhaps it is better for them to return to the mortal plane. But I look directly at Amriel. You are, after all, not meant to be here.
I think you're right. And like you said, we need to not say what the gods want right now, especially if we are to speak to Vastro. I think everyone on our side, if we are to talk to or overpower her.
I think we need to talk to Vastra. We need to remove Contarara. We then need to free the actual gods. And then you and your allies need to go home.
The one fight I know that will be, well, after the removal. She kind of looks over towards Dakota. The only one I know who won't give up power.
Well, Vastro and Hunomo. But if there is a way for them to be put back to the mortal realm, then that frees you, doesn't it, Chakotay?
I think so. Maybe not immediately,
If
but
Vastro is mortal, then you become mortal. Correct?
yes. But I do not know if the power would leave them immediately. It would fade over time. So,
Well, whichever way.
but eventually, yes, it would allow
if
for
you
to pass.
if he became mortal, you would kill him. No?
Well, true. Yes.
So I think either way you are fighting here for your freedom. We convince him to join us to remove Contarara. We join with the old gods to remove all of the interlopers back to the mortal realm. And life can continue.
There's a question for you after this, Martin, on your own. But for now, how do I know if it would be possible, if we did have Vastro and Astala on our side for this, that we could, with minimal destruction, overpower Contarara?
With minimal destruction? Dunno.
Or with lesser destruction, then, shall I say? We know that fighting causes destruction. We know that what we do here impacts the world.
Yeah.
The mortal world. But do I know of, or do I know if it is indeed possible to, if we maybe all embodied our power as one, that we could overthrow Contarara?
Probably. It's not impossible.
So, I had another thought just now. How about if we go about things in a slightly different order? How about we convince Vastro to join us, lend his power to the freeing of the old gods, restoring the old god of time to his true power. He could then rewind to before you got here. I'm just saying, I don't know if that's possible. I don't know if it's within the old god of time's power to do, or even before Contarara got here.
But if you wind back that clock, then perhaps in that time we are never brought about.
Correct.
And never.
Don't think
convinced
about the
of
grandfather
time.
paradox. It is not a thing. So, I already know future Mazdak exists. Okay? We have been through time and not managed to affect anything. True? True.
Mm.
So, therefore, if time is rewound, we will not be necessary to do what we have done. So it doesn't matter if we are not ever here.
You are hurting my head,
I apologise,
but
it
the only
is
thing I
logical.
can see there is that it is an ultimate sacrifice from us.
Oh, absolutely. We will cease to exist. All of our deeds will go
The world
unnoticed,
as we know it would
unneeded,
cease to exist.
and the world will continue as it was.
The world under
The old gods.
the old god, from what Chikoto said, was one of disaster and
Well,
waste.
was it? We only have the new gods version of what the old gods were like,
Chikoto's version.
who,
And I would
no
suppose that
offence, Chikoto,
is
but was
more
heavily
impartial than
influenced by
gods.
Vastro at that time.
I don't think she is influenced by him now.
Not now, but then, perhaps.
We are talking about someone who is in the room.
Yes, absolutely. Chikoto, we are postulating. But life is better than the future we have seen. I think we can all
But
agree
if
on that.
the old god of time winds time back, how can he stop Vastro and the others from coming here again?
Perhaps it's not needed to be stopped. Perhaps it happens again. Perhaps this whole thing is a time loop. Perhaps we have encountered other time loops as we have gone along in this journey. So perhaps this very moment has to happen, but is a time loop itself, where we free the old god of time, he resets, everything plays out again. We reset, everything plays out again. We were just unfortunate enough to be in the end of that loop.
I
Our
let
Rob
me
or
try
Rob?
to parse this in a way that I can understand a bit better.
Okay.
I was set on this path by the Ridogita,
Yes,
the damage it dealt.
yes,
The Ridogita only exists in the future in which we failed to broker any kind of safety in this realm.
yes.
Thus, if we broker safety in this realm, the Ridogita does not exist. It does not set me on the path
But
to broker the
it
peace.
does, because it's
Which
already
then
happened.
causes the future to occur for the Ridogita to then come back. It is
It
a
is
cycle
circular.
of two loops.
There are more than two, I think, but yes.
For simple,
Simple is, think of it as a Mobius strip. I don't know if Mobius exists in this world, but a if you have a piece of paper, twist it.
That's
I don't know
the
if I
sim-
have heard of that wizard.
He was ancient wizard, was concerned with physics and the nature of the universe. But and I will take a strip out of one of the romance novels because I don't care about them, and twist it and show exactly what happens with the great wizard Mobius.
And she put her hands upon his. Oh
No, don't read it. Just follow the surface with your finger, and note it can never end.
Well,
What
I
he's
say
trying
this.
to
It
say
is
is there's a causal loop.
Yeah.
And we might break it, we might not, but we have to try.
That.
it is a sacrifice
Oh,
I am willing to make.
Sasha,
I cannot say about
Sasha,
everyone
Sasha.
else.
stop!
The light's gone again. The light's gone again.
Don't go into the light. Just stop listening. We're going to probably have a fight.
Okay, I can deal
Cool.
with that.
Right. Good.
Just not. I know it's probably a sensitive subject, but could you please make use of that nice shiny dragon killing sword this time?
I didn't really get the chance with that, Plus, you know, he was up in the air. And, I mean, I could have thrown it, but then I wouldn't have it anymore.
Well, I mean, when I put you on his back, you could have stabbed him and held on for dear life. But
Well, a lot of things happened in a very short amount of time, and I got very confused, which I know doesn't seem...
well, that
Unusual
would tend
for
to
me,
happen if you
but-
get. I mean, if you get turned into a pile of dust, that does tend to happen. I am glad to have you back, though.
Thanks,
Those
I think.
say, Aztec. I don't think we can do it in the order you suggest, because that will make convincing Vastro immensely difficult. I think it would be easier to pivot Vastro against Kondarara.
Well, yes, quite. But we still have to free the old gods.
And I'm going to move closer to Mazdak and whisper to him. I have one concern. And this is not out of any bias I have. But I am concerned that the new gods will hold the same problem that they encountered with the old gods. They have been here for thousands of years. How can we be certain that they are not anchored to this realm as the old gods are?
I don't think they are. If they were anchored here, they wouldn't be worried about the old gods and imprison them.
I think they're more worried about the old gods in terms of the damage that they can do.
And I think if they were anchored to this realm, then Kontarara wouldn't have been able to take charge.
Well, she cut in before they even entered the realm.
Using time shenanigans.
Yes.
Again, time looping is a thing that is happening to us.
I am getting so confused by all of that.
It's okay to be confused. The great wizard Jeremy Beremy once mentioned.
Yes.
I'm just riffing off of Dan here because he's put it in the chat.
Bernia, the simple way of putting this is that if they're all rooted in this realm, and so is Contarara, the reason being is that she intercepted the group before they entered the Divine Realm. She entered the Divine Realm with them. Okay? So for all intents and purposes, the fears about the rest of them include her.
Very true. So, we've not heard from Morgrax. I'd like to hear your input on this, and Bug as well.
So Morgrax will have been sitting beside Amriel as close as she can possibly get without sitting on her lap. And it's like, well, I'm somewhat conflicted, as you might imagine. The
Indeed.
earned plan seems to be deposing my lady and taking away my ability to heal.
Unfortunately, yes.
I am. I am okay with this, strangely, Morgrax. Wouldn't you rather, whatever happens here, life, going forward? We are all here. As Dak said, it's... maybe this is a time loop of sorts. Maybe this ending has never been done before. No, not what happens next, but... again, only make that decision and have that choice to do what we can.
Unless anyone's got
Mog isn't listening to any of this conversation. He's too busy snuggling into Sasha and ignoring everything else.
Okay.
Oblivious to everything.
Like you said, you're as close to her as the goddess as you can get without sitting on her lap. I'm as close as Sasha I can get and sitting on her lap.
Yeah, makes sense.
Well, I think it might be nice to stop there. We can all think about.
Oh, I'm not thinking for at least another week. That hurt.
But you're like you're so on it. It's beautiful, and even the idea. We're stopping there because I think all brains hurt. But the idea of using the old god of time to rewind certain things is kind of something I've had in the back of my mind as a possibility. And I love all of this. I love all of this. The idea that's something I set up, just a little idea I had to build a campaign around like 4 years ago, and now you guys are there talking about it. It's just wonderful. It's wonderful. I love this.
Yeah, I really do love playing Mazdak in this campaign. He is just such
I'm sure.
fabulous, but it's really difficult playing someone who's far more intelligent than you are. And it's like,
It's difficult trying to find a way to explain things or dumb things down for other people without being completely wrong or losing the essence of what was said.
Yeah.
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 Talking about the Mobius strip, I honestly just wished I was kind of following from the start, but in my head I just had Jeremy Bearimy from the beginning.
Yeah, and when
Yeah,
Dan
it's
put
my
it in the
head.
chat, I'm like, I
Jeremy
have to
Bearimy,
mention it. I have to mention it. Good on you, Dan.
There's- oh. Usually the word existential is followed by dread,
Yes.
but
Or
the
crisis.
ending of the good, or what?
Or
Crisis.
Or crisis, yeah. But the ending of The Good Place is just existential, soothing. It's just
It's lovely.
warm and beautiful, and
I
love it so
I
much.
absolutely love that show. It's so
Unless you,
good.
Me too.
yeah, unless you talk to Mazdak, and then it's existential opportunity.
Yes.
Yes. Bernia, think about Lister becoming his own dad.
Yeah.
There you go.
I
Under the pool
understand
table.
the concept of the
Ouroboros.
paradox.
Ouroboros.
I'm like fully aware that Bernia herself is trapped in a grandfather paradox because of how the Vidigita got there.
Yes.
But it's trying to have a character that has a 10 for intelligence, trying to understand what Mazdak is saying,
Yeah.
and she's taking it as right. So what we need to do will mean oblivion for us. Okay, I need to adjust to that, but I can do it, kind of thing. Like Bernia's just gone right.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
I think the hardest
This is-
sell is Amriel. It's Morgrax more rather than Amriel. I think Amriel is in agreement that she shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
And I think,
Morgan never betrayed the party.
oh god, another bloody Dragonborn kicks off. So
I'd like
anyway,
to point out I've tried to stop it this time.
Yep. Anyway, thank you very much for playing. That was amazing. I think everyone will agree it was fantastic fun. And we got Sasha back, which was bonus barbarian,
Woo, bonus barbarian.
bonus barbarian.
Jesse's sacrifice might not be in vain after all.
Exactly. So we will be back here next Tuesday for the next exciting instalment of Mazdak Talks, and everybody goes, huh?
Oh.
I don't.
Apart from Kral, who goes, yeah, I think I agree with that, or no, that's rubbish, Mazdak. So yeah, we will see you then. But of course, we will also see you on Sunday for part 2, episode 2 of Mississippian, where our intrepid heroes are off to find the gang of nasty bastard hunters. Should be interesting in their underground, unspoken pit of nastiness that is called the Monkey's Paw. Anyway, if you liked it, thank you very much. Why wouldn't you like it? It was fabulous. You're the best for liking that. If you didn't like it, however, well, off you fuck.